What's up with y'all family? What's good with the chosen? You know, I want to talk about what's going on right now, y'all. That's leading up into the future, and the activation of our bodies becoming more light, so we can be able to sustain this new energy, y'all. You know. So as you know, y'all, the sun is unleashing new energy. That's what we had, ascending awakening, you know, family. A lot of people can't take this energy, y'all, because they're like, they have heads, but they don't have brains, you know, because they can't think for what the fuck they are seeing. They can't look at it logically and scientifically, y'all, because everybody has been consumed by those demons that run in from the inside world, you know. They couldn't have mastered us, or let's just say mastered the population without working on them from the internal before the outside, because our goal was to keep y'all living outside yourselves your whole life, you know. So it was never about distracting you. It was about making sure you never tap into your potential inside of you, because they don't want you to go for where they can be destroyed, y'all. We have the power to destroy them. It only takes one of us, because your DNA is not like theirs, y'all. You're a universal being. These beings are synthetic. They were made in labs, you know. They're cloned individuals, y'all, that are seeking relevance. Why you think they're always trying to get in your way or block you, or will do anything for you to look at them, y'all? Whether they scream out loud, you know, try to commit an act that will make you look their way, because they're fucking drainers. They're like walking sewers, y'all. They can't have life or absorb it unless you give it to them with your energy, your retinas, because that's how strong you are, you know. But let's talk about this sun, you know. It's beaming right now, and we're not even in the summertime yet, but it's doing that because the energy that you are getting from the sun has to go somewhere, y'all. You know, people want to talk about these solar flares, or what's discharging or dysfunctioning the frequencies that are synthetic or man-made devices. For a high vibrational being like myself, y'all, when I get on this phone, y'all, it takes time for me to get something out of it, whether it's information or whether I'm trying to do something, because these phones are not on my frequency like they once were, because I upgraded. I went above and beyond, just like most of y'all are leaving the frequency of these phones behind. Not only people, places, and things, because you will see what I'm talking about as we rise higher and higher frequency. You know, this is a shift, yo, that's going on worldwide. That's why the weather's destroying some parts of this fucked up ass society, because this matrix is crumbling, yo. You know, these fucking demons or these lesser beings thought they could have control over everybody forever without them paying the price for it. Oh, they paying for it, yo. You might not know that, but they are, you know, they're gonna dissolve, you know. It's only a matter of time, and they're more afraid of just one of us awakening, y'all, because the more of us that awaken and tap into this dormant potential, the faster they get eradicated, y'all. You know, they might look at this like a source of evilness, but they've been playing you evil your whole life, making you slave, making you become somebody that has no value, making these fucked up ass women who are operating like devils leave your ass for somebody else because they crave materialistic bullshit, you know. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a fucked up world we live in, y'all. You know, we living in hell right now, and I want y'all to know that, because once you accepted your reality, you do things to get the fuck out of there, you know. And how can you get out of hell, y'all? You have no information about where you are at, where you are headed, what you're supposed to do, you know. I'm telling y'all what the news ain't gonna tell y'all, because the news is only pushing y'all and providing y'all with fear, you know. these clones or these walking parasites, y'all, they only feed off of negativity. That's why all they do is show your negativity, so you can operate and emit that for them to sustain themselves longer. You know, when I give y'all this, y'all, it kills them from within, because there's nothing that they can do to you once you know your power, y'all. In a way, you can say that everybody follows the law of the universe, whether they want to or not, because they trick you by taking away your free will. You have free will, y'all, but you believe you don't. Once you start doing things that you feel like you can't, you know, everybody has free will, y'all, but you might not see it like that because everything you're doing is, you know, feeling like it's not out of your control. You know, you have free will though. That's why you do everything forcefully. You get your ass up and go do it, yo. Nobody's, you know, dragging you with a chain on your fucking neck, yo. It's a spiritual chain that they placed over you because they tricked your spirit, yo. They took away your spirit, which is your light, because now everybody's looking and walking around this bitch decayed as fuck. You know, everybody's walking around looking like they are in their last days because they don't have no light that's supposed to take over and transcend their body upwards. You know, what y'all should be warned about doing, y'all, if you're watching these videos, is trying to save yourself, y'all. You're gonna leave a lot of people behind, whether they family, whether they your lover, whether they your friends. You're gonna leave a lot of people in the fucking dirt because you need to stop looking at everybody like they are you. They're not like you, y'all. A lot of people are only here to hold you down or to keep you like themselves, y'all. And if you're watching my videos, I know damn well for sure that you have a potential that is calling for you. Whether you are there, whether you are looking forward to it. You're only gonna get there, yo, as if you leave everything behind. It's not sad, yo. It's truth. And truth is the most powerful thing of all. Because in a world where people have lied to you and try to kill you slowly, once you wake up and realize this truth potential, you're no longer living that way, y'all. You know, people drink, people smoke, people, you know, they do things that are killing themselves slowly and they know that. But they don't care, you know? Because like I told you already, we're living in the fucking dead, you know? We're living in a world full of dead people. But you don't believe that because you see the physical them. You know, they are dead walking before it shows them dead in the ground, you know. But what I wanted to make this video on was the sun and the solar flares that are currently hitting this world right now, y'all. That's why it is important to tap in and wake the fuck up. Because once you do, y'all, you're not warned about what anybody tells you, you know. Nobody's gonna tell you to eat healthy. Nobody's gonna tell you to, you know, charge your body with light, y'all. We feed off of light, y'all. You know, if that's not the case, y'all, how come the sun is in the sky, shining? You know, everybody cries that it's too hot, but yet your ass wouldn't survive a day without the fucking sun. Because you would be living in darkness. You would be living in an ice age world. But you couldn't take, you know? So that's what I'm telling you on this video, family. You can't take it now though, because this world has programmed you to live on a low frequency. A world where none but negativity exists. You know, people are asking me for where's the proof at? How do you know? When's the day gonna happen? You don't know. You don't believe it, yo, because you're not the proof yourself, yo. The only way to see proof is for you to be a high vibrational being. For you to be the one to discharge everything and everyone around you. Because your frequency is reminding you of what the fuck is going on. You know? That's why I tell you, you gotta get on a high frequency, yo. Because if you don't, you're gonna be like the ones around you, yo. But what the news ain't telling you right now, yo, is that the solar flares are hitting us. And that's why the sun may feel much better when you're inside of it. Or you know, it's shining through you, you know? Because once you're a high vibrational being, yo, you notice how these phones are glitching. You know, when you go out in the world, yo, people are glitching. You know, this society is slowly fucking crumbling. That's because, yo, the solar flares that the sun is emitting is going directly towards you, chosen one. You know, the sun can only do so much, you know, but you gotta be the one to literally, in a way, discharge everything, you know. In other words, the sun's gonna become so hot to the point where you gotta be the one to absorb that heat. You know, the sun's gonna do his job no matter what. Ra's gonna do his job no matter what, y'all. You must get on the frequency of superiority, y'all, because that's when you will be able to fully take in those power-like abilities. And think about it, y'all. Everybody complains that it's hot, or that it's heat, or that you can't take it. Not knowing that you being in the heat is what gives you your powers, y'all. You're not gonna get no powers, no kind of superiority, y'all, if you don't embrace the heat waves. Because you are heat, y'all. I told you that. But since these, you know, demonic-like entities control you now through nano, the nano is what keeps your ass outside. Because only if you know if you was to go outside, y'all, you discharge them, y'all. They can't be dissolved without them sweating and melting. So that's that heat that you are feeling, y'all. You can't take it because you don't want to go through the effects. It's just like a drug, yo, when you get away from it, you know. You have to go through those stages to see the light at the end, you know. I don't want to make this video too long, but I just gave y'all the power of yourself, y'all. And as we are getting to those stages, y'all, we're at the beginning, y'all. We haven't even, you know, most people haven't even fathomed of what we began to become yet, because we are light in physical representation, y'all, you know. But you will see this more and more and more as the energy shifts and the more people start to awaken it. That's why we are living in a world that is the last days, yo. Because pretty soon you're gonna have to be doing everything, growing your own crops if you want to eat food. And it's gonna be done by yourself, chosen ones. But take advantage of these solar flares, yo, and this energy that is hitting your body. Because if you're not on the frequency of the sun, that means the sun's burning your ass. But if you're on a high vibration, higher than the sunlight, what's gonna feel like a plant to you, you're just turning that condensed sunlight into photosynthesis, because you're like a plant, yo. You grow and gain light the more you stand in it, if you can take it, you know. You only get sunburns, yo, because they're burning that fucking low vibrational body you have, and that's why it appears dark, or that's why your body, let's just say that it starts to rot or decay in a way where your skin has to come back stronger, because the foods and the energy you put in your body are what creates you right now. And the sun is literally shining organicness over that, because you've been taught to feed your body none but syntheticness, and that's why these changes are occurring. You know, you don't have to look at me, or don't look at me like somebody who's telling you this from an egotistical standpoint. Look at it like a scientist giving you knowledge over the world that has been shut behind your eyes, yo, because nobody else is telling y'all this shit, yo. This world wants you to live in fear, but fear only kills you faster, yo, because it holds your limitations back from becoming superiority, which is embracing light and shining. You want to shine? Shine. You want to live in darkness? Go ahead. But there's levels to this shit, y'all, and you will get what you are no matter what. But this was a video, family. I came at y'all in peace because I feel peaceful, yo. You know, I embrace the sunlight, yo, because it's something that is organic to this realm, yo. No matter what, even if you want to live in darkness, even if you want to create chaos, even if you want to live like a low vibrational motherfucking slave, you cannot do nothing about that sun that's shining over your ass. So in a sense, you can say, well, I'm gonna live low vibrational and live like them, but I will only be able to walk around at night until there's no more night. Because when that second sun hits, y'all gonna be forced to get right, or y'all gonna straight fucking be obliterated, y'all. Because you will have no power truly, y'all. If these beings really had power, y'all, the sunlight and the sun wouldn't be here because they love that cold weather. That's what I'm saying, y'all. They have no power at all. Nothing. They're fucking shallow, you know? You give them power, y'all. So since they are powerless and you were stepping into your power, know this. They've only been trying to block the sun, y'all, because the sun is what kills them. They can't absorb that light like you can. That's why they have told you and gave you a matrix so they can feed off of your energy. Only until it's vibrating so hot to where they can't even exist around you. Because that sunlight that you are absorbing, y'all, is changing your molecular structure, which is emitting high frequency or strong radiation, what is something that they can't take. So why would they want to be around you? This was a video though, family. I hope y'all learned something and know that this is where you need to be. See your potential, y'all. All these motherfucking demons, you know, they can't do shit to you, y'all, because you got unseen forces at your aid that are ready to slide on them if they try you know. This was a video, family, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Just know that your energy is gonna help you make it through the shift, y'all. I gave y'all enough, you know, but it's time to go step out into that sun, y'all, to absorb that solar energy. Because in a way, you know, solar energy is being absorbed into your body, y'all. You look at the sun like it's killing you, but you can't understand how powerful it is to absorb another planet's frequency or energy, yo. That's powerful. Because if we live on Earth, that they call it, and the sun is shining through this atmosphere, able to get to us, we're able to absorb energy from another fucking realm or planet or plane. That's powerful, y'all. So why not take advantage of that? But I'll see y'all, family.